Greetings everyone, my name is Sriram and I'm studying PGDM International Business at Birla Institute of Management Technology. I'm glad to have people from IVEY Publication here, seasoned professionals who have been working with publishing case studies and enabling students to become experts in their own domains. I would like to welcome two significant delegatories who have come for this particular 14th edition of ICMC at BIMTech Greater Noida. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. A little bit about yourself, how your journey has been through, in short, so people can try to, comprehend the massive milestones that you have passed so far.
So it's been great for us being here in India. It's my first time in India, to be honest, and we have found like really welcome people, hospitality all around, and people so kind to us. And so far what we have seen is a really huge appetite of using cases in India. So I think that's why we have tried to work with Indian authors and Indian business schools to promote and enhance the case method around the country.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and for myself, I visited India before, but for vacation. So this was such a great experience to understand India from a different perspective, from the business world, right? And so it was exciting to see students and faculty, especially that are engaged in case teaching and case writing, and especially case writing here. And what the focus is around Indian content. So one thing that we've definitely heard through our visits is that you don't just want cases on Amazon and other large players, but you want content that is going to be relevant here and within the students here. So it's been a fantastic journey, and I think the participants here, especially at this conference, were ones that were very engaging and very celebratory of their achievements thus far.
Yes. IVEY Publication is an integral part of the ICMC journey since its inception 15 years back. And hopefully this session of 14th edition of ICMC was to your liking. Any feedback or suggestions, comments on this particular edition run by BIMTech?
I just want to say, we have seen a lot of appetite to start writing cases. And there's a bunch of faculty that just want to get into writing cases. I think it's also important to highlight the importance of teaching with cases. We also want to encourage everyone just to start using more and more cases to become more confident with the methodology. And that's how you're gonna find those specific needs that are not fulfilled in our case collection. And now you can start writing on those specific concepts and that specific gap that you're finding in the library of cases that you're not finding. And maybe you can start just writing on those specific topics. So I think using cases and getting more into teaching and just trying to get the best outcome of the class discussion is going to be the first starting point to move ahead into writing cases.
Yes.
And the only thing I would add to that is that when you have students engaging in case writing, which is fantastic to see, and you have had that participation here, then have the students also challenge the faculty to use those cases in those classrooms, and I think that's coming back to the teaching.
I had a chance to be at your workshop today morning, and one particular aspect of what you were telling about the complexity, intricacies with the there being a protagonist of the story and working things out. As a student with no engagement with the industry so far, what is it that I and my fellow students can do to better understand the cases published in IVEY Publication and get the maximum benefit out of them?
Expect your faculty to bring cases that resonate. And I said this in my keynote, is resonating, right? You need cases that are going to talk about the students today. So students that have gone through a pandemic and had disruptive learning, students that have had internet all their lives, that have had cell phones in their pockets. This is all relevant, but they need to resonate with the company. So they need to understand the company. It's not just simply, here's a problem and we need to use this concept or theory to solve it. You should be able to feel that empathy, right? And that's what we always say, that a case should put you into the shoes of that protagonist. And that protagonist doesn't need to be a CEO. It needs to be someone that is relevant here within the content of India and who you might aspire to. So maybe you'll start with a manager role or a director role, but you need to see some of those cases in the classroom.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that wonderful part of advice you gave us. Probably one final question to Alejandro sir and Violetta ma'am. Your one advice for people to become successful. I mean, you are in positions that are, at this point of time, at least to me, unimaginably large, right? So how is it that I and my fellow students and the rest of the world who is watching this video can go to that point and be successful in that?
Yeah.
I want to go back to using cases. I think it's important. So the case method is a life learning process in which it's not the faculty or the professor is the protagonist of the performance. Are the students at the end. So I think what is important is you need to read the cases. I think it's important for every student just came prepared to the classroom, just with all the case that maybe industry notes and any additional relevant materials that the faculty just requested beforehand to read. And after that is gonna be how to learn and really master the pedagogy. So again, it's more about how you can really understand the pedagogy and the real advantages of it, and how after that you can transition it into more active, be more active writing, in writing, and thinking about all the important like learning discussions that we have in the workshop about the opening paragraph, about the protagonist, about the decision point, and all this kind of stuff that are really important for the case method.
Yeah, and to that, what I would add is make sure that you resonate the content with your students. So as faculty, you need to understand who your audience is and choosing cases there. When writing cases, follow the guidelines, read the feedback. It's so crucial. So it's the decision point, the learning objectives, these simple things that really create the case. And then thinking about it from the teaching note and connecting it back to the learning objectives. And then just remember that your students aren't coming for simply knowledge. They want to be challenged. They want to learn judgment, empathy, courage, right? So make sure that you bring that back into the classroom. I think that's important.
Thank you so much. You've taken your time to come all the way, crossing borders, crossing oceans, battling jet lag, traffic, pollution, everything. Thank you so much for being here and giving us this wonderful opportunity to learn and also to grow as people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.